And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and I really apologise about the cut-off in the stream there. I had some catastrophic PC issues, but we are back now, and we have started qualifying at the Red Bull Ring for the W12 iRacing Series. This is race number 4 for Anti-Stall Racing, and it's going to be an absolutely fantastic race. Joining me today is Wes. How are you doing?
I'm better. There's another race today then. Red Bull Ring. The round number 4 of the series. It was absolutely interesting last week at Suzuka. Great racing with quite a few incidents by drivers just spinning on their own, really. So showing how difficult these cars are to drive. Red Bull Ring being quite a simple track, you would have to say. But in these cars, it's coming out of, for example, well, I think it's turn 3 technically, even though it's really only the second corner on the circuit with a braking zone. That corner very difficult on the acceleration. Obviously, these cars have quite a lot of power, but should be some good passing as mostly quite long straights. Obviously, not really many passes in the middle sector. I'd say really turn 2 or, well, turn 3 and 4, the main opportunity, you'd have to say, for passing around here.
And we do already have some times in here, you know, it's only 5 minutes into qualifying. But we have got Alex Aguirre at the top with a 1:03.5. And then Antonio Diaferia just behind him, 8/10 behind the leader. So I think this is going to heat up pretty quick, you know, the laps are very short here. They're going to get a lot of time to put in as many laps as they want in the next 20 minutes. Got Kevin Stam going purple in the middle sector. Crosses the line and takes P2, just 4/10 behind the leader. That's a 1:03.9.
Obviously, you would have heard the driver's briefing in the other of the stream before the your PC decided to give up, but I do have all the lovely notes and race conduct on my screen, so obviously try to make sure drivers get out of the way of others on the laps. Obviously that will be fully monitored throughout qualifying here, and if you do get in the way of another driver, you do get an 8-minute stop and hold, so you lose 8 minutes of your qualifying session. With this being a 20-minute session, you wouldn't want to get in anyone's way, or well, you wanted to get it in the way once, let alone twice, because you've basically lost all of your qualifying session there. So really a good way of making sure drivers don't get in each other's way, because they just won't have time to get a lap in if they do.
That is looking like we've got a fairly huge grid today as well. So 13 drivers have put in their time so far. And we're still waiting for another 13 drivers to put in their times. So this is going to be a packed up grid for the Red Bull Ring, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. Lots and lots of good battles on track, hopefully. We did see Benny take P1 there with 1:03.4. Going out on an outlap again now.
Oof, bit of an incident in the background there.
Yeah,
that was a
flying
huge
car,
one. Oh, he's got in the way of somebody else too, so that's ruined a good. It's kind of impeded a good 4 cars or more, and so spin there as well.
That looks like Benny just got turned around by someone.
A lot's gone on there in the past couple of seconds on that corner. How many drivers end up getting a loss of time there? That was a lot, because then here he spins around pretty simple, and then another car gets, quite a few, I'd say, impeded there under no fault of anyone, I'd have to say. That was just quite a lot going on in one corner. Quite a lot of cars, as you said. So not the biggest track in the world, so everyone's gonna be wanting to fight for that one piece of circuit. Like, it's almost like a Monaco issue, but without the walls being so close. But yeah, as it's such a small track, everyone trying to get that same piece of road with the limited time they have to set a time. What are we looking at here? Is this DRS open?
It's Luca Wunsch we're looking at right now. A couple of issues with the timing tower there as well. I hope we get that fixed very shortly for you.
Oh, gone purple.
Gone purple first sector. as we expected, as he
Yeah.
has been the fast boy of every single race so far.
Yeah, everything I've seen him in as well so far, he has been one of the top drivers. So definitely not just being quick in this car. Another purple sector again. He's absolutely flying at the moment. It's quite close at the top, it looks like, at the moment. So is he going to absolutely smash the times? Got a little bit of slipstream there heading into the last two corners. These are fast section corners, especially in these cars. Does he keep it all four wheels in a little bit over there? But I think the curb's fine. That's a bit wide. He's already stopped. That's not going to count. He knows it. That's unfortunate. Just a bit too, well, massively wide. I'm not going to try and say a bit too wide. It was quite wide there. Immediately notices that he had done that. Up till then, he was purple, so you wouldn't say that he was going to go purple because he went wide, but yeah, definitely having to go out and try again. I wonder if that is why we haven't had everybody do a lap yet. Maybe everyone's just going a little too wide, especially on those last couple of corners, and just not getting their lap in. Not sure what obviously the game will say no to that. Surely it's too wide for the game. Not sure how the stewards are looking at track limits. I think maybe just leave it up to the game to decide, because there is everyone is going to push the limits here. We've got another car now coming toward the end of his lap. Currently P13. Is that in the limit? I feel like it's in the limit. So
I think that's in the limit.
Is it if you go over the white and red curb? Would that be the limit? Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's all four wheels off, isn't it, over the line?
Is it over the line? Is it, or does the curb count as the line or not?
That's a very good point. Might have to ask the stewards about that one, but I'm pretty sure it is the line.
It makes sense to me, because in the rule book of racing, the white lines define the edge of the track, but apparently these days the rules have changed where people make it up as we go along. But the white lines used to be the limit of the track, but now for some weird reason people have decided that the white and red curb also counts. There's another driver cruise across the line there. That is a lovely view of the nice Red Bull sponsored logo. They do have quite a bit of money, don't they? They have their own Formula 1 team and another team and a racetrack.
Well, yeah, Red Bull as a business is a bizarre one, because
it is, isn't it?
It is a very bizarre one, because even though they're an energy drink brand, they don't manufacture any energy drinks. Everything they do as a company is outsourced, which is absolutely fascinating, their business model, because they literally have the logo and the name, and they stick it on the stuff that they think is going to do well.
Wow. And they know what they're doing too, because they've done pretty well for themselves. Well, you can't really compete against that, can you? That is pure intelligent business. Here we go. Two cars slipstreaming each other there with DRS.
That is Wojciech Kosiuk and someone else I'll figure out in a second.
Is the car in front impeding the car behind? Because he's very close if the car behind is also on a lap. I'm not sure if you want to be that close to the car in front on your qualifying lap, but he's sticking there and he's following. He's just absolutely in the slipstream, getting a nice tow along. It's probably not going to help him through this sector, I'd say.
He has similar colours as well, so I'm wondering if these two could be a bit of a team.
He's gone wide there. Oh no, he's not gone wide. Maybe that's the line. It looks a bit wide.
I believe the person behind is Stefan Hommen.
Been dropped a little bit in the middle sector, which is weird that it says green, because I would have said that's the sector they've gone a bit slower. Into the last two corners they both go now. Bit of teamwork, not too wide. What's the time ended up being? I think it's P10 there in the end. I think
P11 for Kosiuk there, and P18 for Stefan Hommen.
Oh, so I'm not sure if that worked fully to the advantage of the car behind. Do they go out at the same time again? No, it doesn't look like it for now. Pit exit is quite a tight one, you'd have to say. Everyone worried about the Jazz Marina pit exit being quite tight and going under a tunnel, but this exit here uphill when quite a 90-degree with walls either side, you're quite tight. You don't want to accelerate too harshly out of there, because you could just spin it and look like a bit of an idiot. Doing that if you do. Also, the pit entry, obviously, here on the fast part of the circuit, dead on the racing line. Always a worry that people are going to have a crash there when pitting in, so that could be a thing that happens during this race, especially with as we watch a car spin and then another one spin into him. Oh, that is the, oh, hopefully no one else hits anyone. That is literally the, you drive where your eyes are looking, and he obviously was looking at the car spinning and decided that was going to be where he wanted to go to. That is, oh, just, that's what I thought was going to happen. Is that on the exit of on the exit, turn 2? Where is that? Turn 2, that might have been. That's what I mean about the power of these cars, though. Just a little bit too much on the accelerator, and round you go. I have decided that I was going to buy, as this car gets out of the way, did he just do one lap and then decide to go back in? Decided to buy the track as I wanted to be able to see what tyres everybody was on, because that is a thing that obviously everyone has to use both compounds, or sorry, 2 compounds. Obviously there's 3 compounds in the game, so you have to use 2 compounds during the race. Obviously I think most people will be going soft medium or medium soft, as we saw Luca go last weekend. I believe he went medium. Well, no, was it Luca or the other driver? I think it was the other driver actually qualified on the mediums and then went soft towards the end. I believe it wasn't Alex. Alex was on the soft to the medium. Not sure which one it was. Who it was now, thinking to it. No, the name has gone from my head. I'm not exactly sure who it was. But yes, obviously pit stops early last week. We had a safety car in the first couple of laps of the race, so Luca decided to pit under the safety car. Not sure if there was a thing just said about that in the notes. Did we check that?
Yeah, that's about pitting under safety car. Yeah, a lot of confusion last race about whether the pit entry was open when the safety car came out, and it is confirmed that the pit entry is open even as soon as the race car comes out.
So it stays open the entire time?
It does stay open. Obviously, unless there's some sort of weird circumstance that means that it can't. Ooh, massively wide there by Joe Taberner. That'll be... Yep, that lap won't count for him. Got a couple of faster times here as well. Stefano Bottega going P10 then. Luca Wunsch set in a purple middle sector. You know, we've got 5 minutes left, so these guys are going to be pushing like mad now. And as predicted, Luca Wunsch has taken the top spot there with a 1:03 flat.
Crikey, there is a lot of cars, isn't there? Timing screen. Wow. Just... that is brilliant. Look how many cars. Right. I have had to immediately just make my timing screen nearly my entire screen, because that is a lot of cars. That is fantastic.
Yep, if we end up with everyone in this qualifying session qualifying, then we'll end up with a 26-car grid. Plus a safety car driver, so that's going to be really, really interesting.
Plus the safety car driver.
Following Luca now as well. I think he's on an out lap. Yep, he's warming his tyres up. So this is probably going to be... 2 more chances at setting a lap. Obviously, he doesn't need to improve, but improvement would be very, very nice, just to set him apart from the rest of the crowd. So he is 4/10 faster than P2. He's already given up. He messed up turn 1. Kevin Stam going purple in final sector. Right, green in final sector. Can't tell my colours today.
There is a lot of cars here. This is fantastic.
Johan Roussel just aborted his lap. Might have got held up there, so I've one for the stewards to check out.
P10 just, well, car number 16 just improved to P7 and makes P4 to 8, all on a 1 minute 3.8 now. And that is ridiculous.
That's interesting. Nick Burke then got a purple middle sector, so he was the fastest middle sector out of anyone. But he's all the way down in P16. So if he could nail the rest of his lap like he did that middle sector, then he's got a good chance of getting a little bit higher, although he has only got 2 minutes to do it. They might be able to get 2 more laps out of him right now.
let's have a look, in the purple and red car there. It's an interesting mix of colours, and in my personal opinion, that does not go. But I don't know what. I just don't like red, so I'm biased. But interesting. Tell me what you think on the stream of that. That's an interesting mix of colours. As Leon goes P12 with a 1 minute 4.1. It's another car in the 1 minute 4. This is a very quick, obviously, lap time, meaning there isn't too many places to gain time as we go around the last corner. How wide does he go? No, well within the limits. There's not even a question about that. Does he go? He doesn't improve, does he? But somebody else did. Tom improved to P14 with 1 minute 4.2. So there is still time in the track. It's not like it's well, you could say it would surely be rubbering in here with the amount of cars that are on track here. There is so many, as P24 at the moment is on a lap as well, coming towards the end. It's on a 1 minute 5.5 at the moment.
And we're currently watching Antonio Benizzo, who is the last driver, I think, that's going to set a lap in this session. He hasn't set a lap yet. Oh, it looks like he's going in pit, pulling over, doesn't want to set a lap. So he most likely will be starting from the back of the grid. There's no chance for an out lap and an in lap again now. Or he's just hanging there, waiting for a few cars to pass before he sets a lap of his own. Well, you know, I don't know. He's just kind of sat there right now. And he's teleported to pit. Okay, so this should theoretically include our qualifying unless someone comes in with an absolute blinder of a lap.
Car number 5, maybe, coming towards the end of his lap. They're all on green sectors from what I can see. Well, he's got a bit wide. Is that the limit, though? Because he's kept going. Done a purple last sector on my screen. What time has he actually done, though? I don't think he's...
No, it didn't come through as time, so I think it was invalidated.
So we're finding out the limit as they are. I think the limit will be the curb and over the white line.
Oh, that's a shame. Alex Aguirre had 2 green sectors then, and obviously messed it up in a corner, ended up in the gravel and teleported back to pit.
P4 at the moment comes around the last corner. He's on the curb too. But I think he got away with it. Kicked up some dust as he crosses the line.
That was fast. Goes up to P3.
Anybody else on
and
laps?
The track is slowly clearing now. I do apologise. I realised I didn't put a track map up for you guys, but there it is right now.
I think Joe's on a lap, maybe one of the last cars. Comes around the last. What, he's just before, that's on the limit. What about that? That's well off the limit. Don't worry about that. There's no way that's going to stand.
That's a shame. That would have been a real fast lap if he'd got that right.
So P22, the last driver. I don't know how you would say that name.
Ngok, I assume.
Ngok.
But I'm really sorry if it's wrong.
Let's go with that then. Around the last corner. Kind of skips the inside there. I think he went a little wide. Goes to the line. Where's he improved from P22? He needs a 10th to get a place. And I don't think his lap will count anyway, as that behind him was Tom, maybe? Yes, it was Tom, which is in a... Was that black and silver or black and grey, maybe? Looks lovely anyway. most of the drivers, I think they're nearly, I think everybody in the grid, from what I can see on my time sheet, everybody was on the soft. No, I lie. P13, I believe, did his lap time on the mediums. Stefan, the driver from the United States on the medium tires. So he'll have to start on the mediums. Everybody else, I believe, on the soft. Not exactly sure where the strategy would be here on the pit stop window. It being a, that's 35 lap race. So how long will the mediums last is the question.
And there we have our grid on screen for you guys. So, going to go P1 with Luca Wunsch, P2 for Mark Stevens, P3 for Alex Aguirre, P4 for I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm really sorry, Wansto Oval, I think. P5, Tom Zviers, P6, Alvaro, Gutierrez Melendez, P7, Joe Taberner, P8, Nick Birch, P9, Stefano Bottega, P10, Johan Roussel, P11, Antonio Diaferia, P12, Kevin Stam, P13 Elias Stroman, P14 Baz Kessel, P15 Stefan Homan, P16 Jasper Spelt, P17 Gok Khan Nguyen, P18 Wojciech Kosiuk, P19 Hans Schlogel, P20 Hans Vuges, P21 Fabio Lefarcioli, P22 Stefan Grabowski, P23 Leon van Ellewood, 24 Benny Fage, 25 is our safety car driver, who will be starting in the pit, obviously. 26 Manuel Gomez Esteban, and P27 Antonio Benitez. I think a couple of those on my timing sheet were out of order then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You said Kevin. When you said Kevin's name, I was like, I'm pretty certain he's P6. That's not.
That's interesting. Okay, so I do have two different timing sheets here, but I'm going off. Let's go take a look at these guys lining up, and hopefully we'll get the correct order. There we go. They are on the grid. Although they're going to be starting very soon, I think. So yeah, sorry, incorrect there. Luca Munch first, Benny Fage second. And it does sound like we're about to go. And the lights are out. Luca Wunsch into turn 1 beautifully.
There is a car round on the inside. He spun by himself.
Crash at the back. I'm going to take a replay of that one because that was mad.
What's happened here then?
I think he probably
just
spun it by himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily spun into the pit lane. Otherwise, that could have been very, very, very nasty.
I think Joe's had an issue. I think safety car's been called. I think it was an incident turn 2 while we look at the replay. I think. Yep, safety car is out. I'm not sure exactly what happened. It's an incident P on the second. Yeah, it says that Joe has had an incident, I think, with Nick on turn 2. Just having a look what's happened here. Oh yes, he's just that's some fault. They've Constantinaed up there, and I think Joe's gone into the back of somebody, and then somebody else has gone into the back of Joe. I think Joe's gone into the back of somebody, and Nick has gone into the back of Joe, and that is what's caused that, as the timing screen's having a fantastic time.
Yeah,
things right now.
I just tried to fix it a bit by increasing the amount of cars drawn on track, as that is a weird iRacing thing.
Yeah, a lot of people in the pits too.
Yeah, timing screen doesn't look right to me, but we'll find out as we go on. Hopefully it'll sort itself out. I've got two different people on two different timing screens here. I've got Wojciech, so it says that Wojciech is P1 on one screen, and Stefano Bottega is P1 on the other screen.
I've got Alex and Kevin on my as the first. So I couldn't tell you which one. Whoever is in the lead is the one behind the safety car. That is what I've got.
I've got Luca Wunsch apparently all the way down in P26. I'm not sure which time and screen to trust right now. I just want to say a massive thank you to Hettis Davey for following us. It means a lot, thank you very much. So, I would assume that on my screen right now, the Stefano Bottega in P1 is the correct timing screen, I think.
I think you might be wrong. I'm not sure, though. Oh, you might be right, I think. I'm not sure. People are pitting. No, I've got car 88 as the one in the lead at the moment, behind the safety cars.
Oh, 888, that's Wojciech Kosiuk.
As Stefan's pitted, so people are still pitting. A lot of people did pit. I will try and work out who. Luca is the first of the pit stops in P5 in the end. I think from what I've worked out here.
So that's worked well then. I think Luca's in a really good position now. If it's true that he's in P5, which if he's pitted it suggests he is, then I think it's good. And obviously Wojciech there, you know, up by 4 positions from his grid slot in P1 there. That's fantastic. But we need to check out Tom's Vyres as well. Currently in P3, 11 positions up from his grid slot. So obviously, whatever happened, whatever crash that was, he had a massive lucky time going around it.
So... Oh no, someone spun! Who spun there? Oh no, I've just
Kevin,
watched someone...
wasn't it?
I've just watched an orange car
it was Kevin.
spin. Was it?
Yeah.
I don't... He's just asked if he can get his position back. No is the answer. He got the answer of no. He's not allowed to go back to where he was.
That's strange. Obviously, I know in real life you wouldn't be able to get your position back up, but iRacing generally lets you. You know, I race a lot of ovals where they actually use the pace car in official series, and if you do spin, it does wave you around back to the position you spun in.
So there you go, the safety car is in now and they're away. So the top four have not pitted, but everybody else in this race has pitted, but the top four. They've all changed tyres from softs to medium. One driver has gone from the softs to the hard, and that is P18, car number 21, that has done that. Everybody else has gone from soft to medium, but the top four have not pitted, and they've got to now try and run away. They have the advantage of the soft tyre. Oh no, P3's locked up and gone wide. He has passed Tom though. He's managed to make a move. I think Luke has dropped a few positions on the restart as well. He's now down to P7 from P5. But everybody else pretty single file this time around from the restart. They've taken that quite more cautious. I say that, there's a little move at the back for P25 and 24 having a bit of a fight. But everybody else in this massive grid have gone single file on the restart. Like we've got the time frame of 2 minutes 10, just like the real racing. Have a time limit. Kevin's had another issue. He's off the track in the gravel trap. I can't tell you where that is. That is on the exit of the middle sector.
Gonna take a replay on that one. Oh, that didn't seem to work. There he is. Get a couple of connection issues there from Kevin, but going back live.
How many cars are there in this race? Because I'm going to quickly just make it so I can see every single one. Because if I go to a certain car, the leader disappears and it feels like he's gone, but he's not.
25 cars we're at now, with Kevin leading up the rear. Luca wants trying hard to get past these guys. He's down 6 grid positions from where he started, currently in P7.
Yeah, and he's now no longer the front of the people who have pitted. That is now Alex and Benny. So those two are actually ahead of him completely. They're also on strategy, you would say. So the net lead of the pit stops would now be Alex. But of course, how far can the top four run away on the softs? So the DRS is now available once you cross the start-finish line. I mean, you can hear the stewards telling them.
Yep, so you'll get DRS on the, I believe it's the straight after turn 3.
Luke has lost another position. Luke has been passed again. He's now down to P9. He's now re-overtaking with DRS to get back up to P8 now. He's not finished the move. He's on the outside. He may not actually get the move. Someone's gone very deep in turn 2. They will eventually rejoin to the track. I think they're all fine. They do, and
that
here's
was
someone.
Unsafe re-entry there. I don't know who that was.
It might have, was it? I don't know who that was either. And they're up the inside still. They've not even do it. Is it Benny or is it? No, it's not Benny. It's car number 27 there. That was the one who I think actually he may have got hit by the car rejoining. It wasn't the blue car that went off, is it? It was Benny, I believe, that went off the road and rejoined into the side, really, of car number 27. Which they're like so Luke has gone around the outside behind them, and they've also passed another car, which is Benny, which has now gone off again. He's allowed 2 cars through, and he's going slowly, or slower, not too slow, but he's lost 3 positions there, and Luke is now back up to P7. Not sure what happened to Benny, but a fantastic move by Luke around the outside. He's now also trying to get P6. He's going to look to the inside. It's being defended. He's nearly there on the grass. Oh, he spun. No, that's all by himself, and Benny's hit him. Benny had nowhere to go there, and he's also rolled him. He's rolled. That car has rolled. It's on the 27 is on his roof in turn 2. He is gone. That is his race completely over. Benny's dropping position. He's also returned to the pits now as well, I believe. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. He dropped it on his own, trying to defend the position to Luca too hard, and he just lost the rear on the way in. And round he went. Benny had absolutely nowhere to go. Somebody's got a 10-second penalty for overtaking under the safety car. I think they said car number 5, maybe? I think that's P18, if I heard that correctly.
Alvaro Gutierrez Melendez.
So that's unfortunate for him. Luca now into P6.
That was Hans Schlogel moving on. Leon Elout then. Beautifully done in turn 1.
Into P number 9 there. Making a good move.
Oh, this is 3 cars going to the hairpin. Oh, a lockup. Forcing a couple of cars behind whoever that was. I think that was
Jasper.
That was Jasper.
They're still side by side. Oh, the DRS is quite powerful here, I'd have to say. Round the outside, that's not possible. We've seen many... Well, it is possible, actually. I lie. You just end up in the gravel quite often. He's not, though. He's on the inside now for the next corner. He's still there. A Ferrari sort of looking car, the red car. Stays in P10. Keeps Leon behind for now. Goes to the inside of the corner before last. I wouldn't think that. I've just quite a lot of dust there, I've noticed, on the outside of the last...
Side by side into the hairpin yet again. He's going around the outside. Cuts off the apex and does make it. Leon had to move out of the way so he didn't lose his front wing then. Edward in the chat saying he's sad that he couldn't commentate today. Was watching the race from this perspective, and it's so much more relaxing. Yeah, absolutely is more relaxing to watch the race rather than commentate it, but yeah, it's great fun all the same. Good to see you here, dude.
And by the way, who's 2 guys? I thought there was 3 here.
Hello. Oh, hello, Biggles. How you doing, dude?
I'm just lurking in the background on a borrowed Wi-Fi. That's the reason why, I couldn't be here earlier, obviously. So I'm glad to be in this Austrian race because there's lots of battles going on. Unfortunately, it's very, very not so good quality for me to see. But the stream looks great.
So is this borrowed Wi-Fi or stolen Wi-Fi?
No. Permission.
So side by Baz Kessel through turn 1 there.
Are they teammates? They appear to be teammates, but if they don't get on with it, look who's lurking in the background there. We've got this 4-way battle on, I believe, at the moment there, don't we, Wes?
Yeah, 4-way there. I wasn't sure how well that was going to go, but everyone's been clean and sensible. When you see 4 cars in a line like that, you can just imagine one goes left, one goes right, and then it almost looks like a Fast and Furious scene where they're trying to rob one of the trucks. But it's all okay. Someone's lost the rear. He keeps it there. That was a... what a moment that was. He's actually going to lose a place. I'm not sure who that was. Was it Leon? It was Leon. He's lost a place there, but nice save there. He locked the brake and had to come off the brake pedal to re-correct the car, and it's quite a scary moment when you have to come off the brakes to save the car going into a corner and try not to hit the car in front, but he's done it perfectly there. Luca not able to make any headway yet on the cars in front. Who's making a move there? I think the leads changed, haven't they?
Well, there looks like there's some sort of battle about to start in the top 3. If Steve Grabowski gets any closer to Wojciech now, then there's going to be some... Oh, and he spins! I did it! I'm so sorry!
Oh, no!
Oh.
He can't even move. He can't reverse. He still can't reverse. That's got a bad turning circle. He's gone for it. Quickly. Oh, he's found a perfect gap there. Was that he slowed down? Or?
He found a gap. He found a gap. It's difficult, isn't it? Because all the cars, remember, he was running in P3, and there's a big jam pack full of lots of cars. As you can see on the track map, they're all bunched up. I mean, you look at 17 seconds gap to the leader. So, yeah, make a mistake around here, you're in big trouble.
Well, I said at the start of the stream that would be what happens here. You'd have, on the exit of turn 2, it's very easy just to light the rear up and spin round, and he's just showing exactly how easy it is. And it won't be the last time we see that mistake this race as, that was very wide. The dust is starting to kick up on that last corner. Luca's going for the inside for P4. He makes it, but now the car behind surely will have DRS on him for the next straight. Who's coming out the pit without a rear wing? Or have they got a rear wing and it just hasn't loaded?
Hasn't loaded
you
for
see
you.
It hasn't loaded. That looks insane. Okay, he's got one. At least he's got one, because that would have been a disaster.
The traffic up ahead too. That might have actually he might have got the toe off the traffic up ahead. That might have actually saved him for that under the attack going up to turn 3.
I think you're right. I think he's quite happy there to have a car randomly come out the pit lane now on lap 12. What a random time to come out the pit lane. But it has helped Luca stay in P4 for now. Obviously, he's chasing Alex down, which is also pitted. The top two haven't pitted. Tom hasn't either. Stefan, obviously, after his spin in P9 now, falling back.
We have Johan Roussel has gone off.
Anybody with him, or is he gone on his own?
Yeah, looks like he went on his own there, I think. Let's just spin that back again.
Was it a lock up on the brake or too wide?
He locked on the curb by the look of it.
Yeah, he's touched the... I think he's touched the gravel slightly, looking at where his tyre mark is on the accelerator there, so he's gone right round. Exactly how racetrack should be. Gravel on the outside of them. That's how you should do it, not AstroTurf.
Oh, somebody doesn't like Paul Ricard.
No, I do not like Paul Ricard at all, actually.
Lucas going. They're boxing now. The leaders are boxing, so that that puts Luca up in there. And so, is it going to be the right call? We're about a third way through this, and the tyres must be punished.
Yeah, I do wonder how far everybody gets into this race. Obviously, everybody else that pitted on the safety car has gone mediums. Well, two drivers end up going hard, so they're obviously completely going to the end. I'm not sure tyre wear on iRacing how bad it is. Well, I do know how bad tyre wear is, but normally in GT cars, not the F1 cars. I'm not sure how bad the tyre wear is for them, so how far they will get.
From what I've spoken to some race, we've got to move here, sorry. That's Nick Burke? Yeah, Nick Burke on Elias Stromer there, I think, got the position. Elias now really close behind.
Stefano's out somewhere. Or is that just
Stefano did do something there.
I think he's fine, I think. It was just the timing's changed, so mine just glitched out.
Oh yeah, we are having a couple of timing glitches on this track today. It's a bit bizarre.
Such a short circuit, it doesn't know where they actually are. It's close though for the lead, isn't it?
Yeah, Stefano and Wojciech side by side going into turn 3 there.
Oh, he's dropped it! He's dropped it!
Yeah. Oh, and that's going to allow the other guy to go straight through. Who was that?
And Luca! Alex is leading. Luca's gone through too. I'm not sure if there's any damage there because they did slightly touch. Oh, he had all 4 wheels locked there.
Turn 3 is punishing. You get it right, it's rewarding. You get it wrong, and you go deep, and you see it a lot.
Sorry,
there's been an incident. Jasper Smelt he's lost a front wing and a rear wing on my screen going into turn 2.
Replaying this one. It didn't want me to replay it, so let's try that again. There he is. And it was a collision, actually. Oh, that was nasty.
Oh, that's a hard one. Are they side by side as well?
What if he knew he was there? Remember, the mirrors are very, very difficult to see, and it's kind of like the blind spot of a car, isn't it? Right at the back there.
Yeah.
The front tires to the rear tire of the car. So just turning a little bit.
Well, he's now out of this race. That was a big crash, that. Oh, Luca very close to Alex now. So the leaders have already stopped, so that's interesting to this race. So they are fighting on track for position, and so P3 and P4 still have to pit. Who's that for a move there?
Johan Roussel going down the inside, covers it nicely, but does get a slow exit, so Antonio Diaferia might be able to take this back.
It's difficult here because it runs a little bit shorter than what you think it is. I think he kind of paid off his patience there, and he thought about it in turn 1 and said, okay, you know what, I won't get him in turn 1, I'll get him on turn 3. But remember, they are still getting a DRS tow from the cars ahead, so not going to be too easy. These are gladiators. These are some of the best drivers in the world, so I'd expect them to be able to make these moves.
Very tight field as well. Looking at the midfield, there's just cars and battles everywhere. Luca again, possibly looking for squaring it up. Here we go into turn 2, straight to the inside for the lead. Luca goes straight through onto the brakes. He does go deep. He's gone deep. Alex is going to go up the inside. They're going to touch. No, they're fine. Alex has given more than enough room there for Luca to be fine. If that was any other driver that was a bit too aggressive, he would have just ran Luca out of road. Lucas, look at that defending all the way to the inside, back over, swoops in. Right on the edge of the car there. He's really got trust in the car to slow down in time. Alex now in P2, Luca into the lead. P3 just behind them.
Better exit too. Look at that. A far
Yeah,
better
he's
exit
gone.
there. So he may have well maintained himself for another lap at least as they going to follow ourselves through the rest of this, and then the other sweeping right-hand corner coming up. Two of them, and then get ready for that attacking into turn 1 and turn 3 again.
I think Leon has just been passed for P16 as we're watching P19 and 18. Or no, 19 and 20. That's a bit deep. Still side by side. Still side by side. So we had battle for the lead. Now having a battle for P20, which is as tough as the battle for the lead. They're still side by side. On the brakes is where it's won here. And it is won by, I believe, Nick there going through, which is fantastic. Obviously, Nick on the mediums. P20 is on the hard tyres. Well, that's something to note for that battle. What have we got here? We've got Tom, hasn't pitted yet, having to defend P11, and then everybody else around him. Joe's involved in that battle. That's gone deep into Kevin's guard. Kevin is unfortunate there. He had nowhere to go. And cars are just avoiding everywhere they can now. I don't wonder how much damage Kevin got from that. Sadly, who was it that got spun in the end?
It was Alvaro.
Gutierrez.
Yes.
Exactly.
Mendeléez.
Mendeléez. I was going to say, is that Portuguese or Spanish? Or Iberian? Okay. Close enough.
Yeah, I agree. Completely close enough. Very well. Oh, the two P4 and 5 are in the pits now, so they're making their stops. We'll see interesting where they will come out. Kevin's still having a fight with Elias into the last 2 corners. Elias has got him around the outside there into the last 2 corners. That is a brave move. So that was an
The strategy part of the track right now, really, isn't it? You got to just put your head down, maintain some good laps there, maybe keep a few overtakes, clean overtakes, and then get ready for the boxing match towards the end of the race. As you can see, the Ferrari, I believe, was going off a little bit too deep for the red car. Italiano of Antonio.
The battle for the lead still under a second, so DRS is fine there. They've still got that. They've got a little gap to the rest of the field, but I wouldn't say there's many gaps in this race. If there's always, it seems like everyone's in pairs here. Looking at the timing screen, most people are at least behind someone in a DRS group of cars.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is still added out there. They've dropped Mark. Mark's up 20 positions, but has he made a pit stop yet? It just seems...
No, he's put it. He put it on with the rest as well. So yeah, you say he's made up 20 places. That is.
Yeah, Mark Stevens up 20 places at P3.
That's insane. That's completely done. He's pitted when everybody else did. So I'm not sure. That's fantastic how he's done that. I'd love to see the onboard from his car in this race. Kevin has now pitted. I believe he did have damage from that incident. He could not avoid the car that had been spun in front of him. Who's round there? I think it's Stefan.
Steve Grabowski, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got, now we're getting drivers losing it
Oh,
on the
no!
Ooh.
Who
Yeah,
was that?
usually they go too wide out there, but they're slipping, so the grip levels mustn't be the absolute best for them. Still, I think at the lead there, Alex is just hanging with Luca at the moment. I don't think he's really wanting to push and be the one breaking the dirty air if he can get that toe there. You've got plenty of time to get overtakes done. We've still got a handful of laps to go, at least 15.
Yeah, it was Leon that had to make the avoiding action onto the grass there. Kept out of wall, so everything's okay there. There is a few incidents, I think, for the stewards to look out after this race, definitely. I'm going to just go to my actual... Oh, no, it's not letting me go there. I just want to see my stewards' notes if they have said if they're investigating anyone, because there has been a few unfortunate incidents now, I'd say, at turn 2, so...
I thought we were giving Michael Massey a bit of a breather, a bit of a holiday, no?
No, after...
No. All right.
Racing incident for lap number 14 between cars 22 and 23. There is a race here for P6, I think it is. Round the outside, not able to do so. He's going to be fed as the gravel. No, he's not. It's all fine. They stay as they were for P6. Antonio just ahead of Baz there. But it's quite close. He's right on the back of that. 10-second penalty for car 14 Joe, which I believe spun. Yes, he spun the car which Kevin hit. So that's what that one is. Oh, a little bit of a dart there. I don't think Antonio was going to fall for that one bit. You're not even going to think about getting out of the way of a car on the penultimate corner.
No, not when you're in a Ferrari as well, and you're an Italian. So that's, in the Red Bull ring. You want to be bringing it here this evening. As they're still going for it, I'm just going to keeping an eye on that gap too, because it looks like Luke is pushing to really break that DRS to Alex. But I think right now this is where the attention is focused.
Here we go on the brakes. He's all fine, and that is a done move, I'd say. So he's always got a bit squirrely out the exit though. That's going to give a good run to Antonio again. Now to the outside for turn. I say it's turn 3 because that makes sense, but it's actually, I think, 4. And he's not able to do it. He's actually locked the front left there, but he keeps it on the road, so he's all fine. So Baz is through into P6.
I'd expect to see this battle to resume over and over again. As you said, there's a lot of cars that have kind of... You got to... Yeah, the midfield pack there from position 8 all the way down to about P10. They're all hanging in there in that little DRS train, as well as these 2 cars that you're watching, 4 and 5. And then the leaders are just in their little league of their own. But keep an eye out too of Mark. I just wonder if he's trying to pull that 7-second gap to them. But there he is. Luca has broken that DRS now. And that's crucial. Is Alex just fuel-saving mode or something, ready to just boost it up in the dying stages of the race?
Yeah, because there's a lot of settings on these cars. So yeah, it's a good question. What strategy are they playing with the fuel? Not only that, the battery deployment as well. Up the inside, I think there was turns 4 P4, but not able to do so. Put his nose up the inside, but P4 not even a phase there. The Austrian as well. So he knows this track probably like the back of his hand, but so do we all, because it's an upside down G. As I learnt today, as the Red Bull Rings logo on iRacing is the track, the other way up, which is a fancy way of doing it, and I actually really like that logo.
Depends if you're hanging like a cow upside down, like we saw one of the cars earlier. So
yes.
I wonder if the Austrian driver there used to climb the actual Red Bull statue. When he was a kid. I would do that. That's for sure. If I grew up.
Yeah, I would. It's like one of those things you have to touch, I think, isn't it?
If you're a kid, of course, for sure. No, ride that ball.
So there's a 5-second post-race penalty for an unsafe rejoin. I think it's for 2 cars here. For cars 48 and 77. Stephen and Leon. Interesting. What did Leon get a penalty? Is that surely that's not the one where Leon had to go onto the grass?
Joe Taberner there lost a lot of time out of turn 3. He got squirrely coming out of it, so he's let Antonio and Wojciech really get on him now. So he's going to have to defend like mad.
I feel like I've accidentally may have just started a conversation with the stewards in a delayed tone too. I've now I feel like Christian Horner or someone.
Yeah, you're on the race control. Let's hit the radio messages.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just for Steve there. It's not for Leon. I would say my apologies, but no. The way it's written, no. Actually, I'm not going to take the blame for that.
So Luca's dropping them as well too. He's gained another second on Alex. Mark is dropping back a little bit. He was down to 7 seconds. He's on 8.
Wow, round the outside. Johan went round the outside to P4 at turn 4, and he did it cleanly too. It was a fair move. Did not think he was going to do that. The penalties are now being announced in the game to them as well. So there we go. I was ahead of the curve, but yeah, good move there for P4. Now he can try and drive away and catch up to Mark there in the head. That is brilliant. I think about the P16 continues between Nick and Antonio. What else is happening? Yes, every time I go to a position lower, if I go outside of the top 20, it gets rid of P5 for some weird reason on the timing screen. Who's in the pit lane?
That's Antonio Di Fieri has pitted. Johan Russell now side by side with Hans Schlogel going into turn 3. Hans Schlogel getting a bit squirrely on the rear for a second.
Yeah, around the outside, even though you got the racing line into turn 3, that's the one where you just see people just dive a little bit too deep. And if you can be on that inside and get a better exit out, you can cover off the overtake quite well. We've seen that already, lap 26 of 35. So we are getting down to the business end of this race. So now, if you want to get on with it, you've got to get on with it.
Fully biased.
Quick around here, aren't they? It goes over pretty quickly. It's only 10 turns.
Fully biased, that livery there on the orange. Actually, really enjoying looking at that. But so I apologise to the car earlier saying that what was it, red and purple don't go. Apologies. I still think that, but apologies. The orange and black go well as he is chasing down for P4.
Currently closest cars on track. These guys are. They're battling now, overtaking each other for the past 3 laps.
They're not catching Mark either, are they? So they're not helping each other out here at all by doing this. As around the outside here go. Is he going to make that move? Oh, he's got some he's locked up. He's not going to make the move. A little bit more time lost to the car in front. They really are. They are slowing each other out down by doing this. But I guess you kind of have to pass if you've got DRS. And if you think you're the faster of the two. So don't have long left.
You want to try to force your opponent into a mistake. You pretty much guarantee that position, or try not to force yourself, but your opponent's trying to force you perhaps into a mistake. It's that boxing match round that you get in the final dying stages of Austria. It happens all the time, and it provides great wheel-to-wheel entertainment.
But Kevin, I think, eyeing up a move on Antonio De Fiori now.
I've just seen that the Red Bull have been smart here. They've used some of the branding for AlphaTauri fashion. If you notice, on the exit here of turn 1, you'll see a sign for AlphaTauri. Boom!
Yeah, I saw that.
Look at that. What a brilliant opportunity there, just to really rub in your face the money they have.
There's also some canned tomatoes, I believe, there as well.
Kevin going down the inside.
Oh, he's not
Yeah, doesn't go too deep. Once again, there it is. Classic 101, isn't it? You've got to get the exit perfectly because you're going to go side by side. And now, on the inside line will be to the Ferrari. Well, I think it's red. It should be able to cover him off as long as it doesn't go too deep. And yes, so, they're still going to, yeah. That's it, isn't it? To make that overtake, you've got to be bold and brave. But yeah, you can't go too wide at a turn 3. I think Luke has pretty much got this one signed, sealed, and delivered and bring the car home because now he's got that gap of 3 and change. But can't give it away to Mark, can you? If you can secure that podium position up 20 places up to 3rd, and this level of competition is very impressive.
Oh, Kevin's gone wide. Yeah, he has lost that battle at least for another lap or so. Gonna look at Alvaro Gutierrez now, making a move on Stefan Harmon. Just about got that without knocking his front wing off, but it was clean in the end. And now his eyes are set on Stefano Bottega. Who's catching up to very quickly.
Apologies, any noise in the background. There's a whole bunch of stones being dropped. So they're putting the gravel down in my neighbour's house for a runoff area, perhaps.
At least it's not tarmac.
So Mark Stevens is now into P2, up 21 places, and there we see a potential overtake from Alvaro Gutierrez Melendez. 3 of them.
Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah,
That
3 into
car's
1.
not making that.
Oh, and he locked up. Stefano Bottega locked up at the front there, but he did keep the position safe because he forced everybody else behind him to brake as well.
you can get a 2-for-1 special here quite well if you time it right.
Oh, Mark Stevens dropping down to P4, down to P5. He is in the pit, I believe.
No,
So,
I'm
but
not
you
seeing
did-
that.
Maybe
No?
not.
No, he's not at all. He's already pitted.
So
What's
he's made an
shouldn't
error.
going on here then?
Well, that's unfortunate for the man looking for a podium.
I'm looking on my
Now-
telemetry to see if anything's happened here, but
He's running smoothly in third, I'd say. Pretty comfortable.
okay. So he started dropping on my telemetry, and it's yeah, that was weird.
I must
That's
say
good.
that P5 though did lose P4 by going wide turn as one, so that battle's completely over with now. Quite a
Joe-
big gap between them.
Joe Tabner looking for a move on Baz Kessel now.
Yeah, come on. The British have to be good at something. They said they're not good at cricket this year, so let's see if we can get drive a Formula 1 car. You gotta do it. You gotta do it when you're Australian.
Yeah, because of course you do. Don't have many F1 titles, do you?
Oh no!
Yeah, F1 punts I do, my friend. DC won the F2 championship.
Yeah, he deserves to be in F1, but sadly, not. So I got no reason why he's not. He should be, but money speaks louder than talent, apparently. Here we go then. Joe to the outside, which will become the inside. Easily through into P6.
Got it done before the corner. Very, very nice and tidy.
Yeah, that's how you get it done, isn't it? Like proper, because he got the better exit speed coming out, which covers himself off for the turn 4 from any attack, and very difficult to get overtakes done for that midfield.
Oh,
There's somebody going, ooh, those tyres are maybe a little bit
big,
cooked there.
big squirrel, I guess, by Stefano Bottega.
Yeah, he's probably on the radio complaining, saying, guys, what are you doing to Ferrari? I don't think this Mercedes power.
So a 10-second penalty for car 4. Stefano for, I'm not sure, for causing an incident in lap 28. Don't remember that one, I must admit.
3 to go. And it looks like Luke has got the covered 4-second gap now. And that 1, 2, 3 looks pretty secured, I'd say. So, yep. Champagne humming for those gladiators.
Timing sheet just decided to lose all of its gap timing. I do apologise. Looks like the timing not enjoying this particular track.
It's me, mate. It's my my bad luck comes from the F1 timing. I'm bringing it here to the F1 of any still racing of iRacing. Still the battle there for 6, 7, and 8. I believe is pretty close. There's 0 tucked up. I'm not mistaken. That's just the telemetry.
Oh, yeah, there, you're real close. Battling further down for P16 and 17. Someone's gone off in the background of that battle. I think it was Elias into the gravel from P18 and out of the race, it seems there.
Yeah, it's going to take a replay of that one so we can see it on stream. It's currently inside. Oh,
Oh. Snatched
Oh.
it. Just going great.
That's-
Snatched it.
there he is. There's camera focused on him now. Yeah, he just went straight for some reason. Just didn't make it around the corner. Unfortunately, he's dived back into the pits now. Oh,
They better
and
not. Yeah,
going live
great.
straight to Antonio Benitez, overtaking Ngok Khan Nguyen.
Penultimate lap.
Look at that
I
one.
was going to say, maybe he was checking his Twitter feed or something and forgot to turn into that corner. Oh, look at that. It's just gone. Ferrari should be able to cover him off here, side by side. Different racing lines.
Oh, they might bang wheels. There'll be 5 from now. Maybe the next corner, side by side through there. Bit difficult because it comes about 1 now. You can't really go stop. Yes, lovely.
Yeah, got to get it in the head, otherwise he would have had the inside line for the final couple of corners. Yeah.
Got it.
Oh.
They're still side by side. You can't really go 2 round there, I would say. Good for them to give up. They've now got another car getting involved soon.
I'm loving the Lotus-style livery on Leon there.
Is that what it would be? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is. The old Lotus livery, you're right. Well, last lap, so you got to get an overtake done. This is it. Now's the time to shine.
So I think this lap could get particularly spicy for Antonio now. Oh, he's gone straight. Leon's gone straight. No.
He's almost lost 2 here. He has. 3, I think he lost.
Yeah, he's just rejoined now.
Oh, that's going to be hurting, isn't it? All that work and then just getting a couple of places dropped like a 929 stock exchange right on a dying lap of this race. I was going to say like a Bitcoin. Let's not worry about that.
Yeah, I brought £50 of that when that went down, so...
So let's take a look at Luca.
He's in traffic.
He is in a lot of traffic.
That contact in front of him! Oh, you can hear?
No!
Oh, he's in the lead on the last corner! Oh, no! Where's Alex? Here comes Alex! Alex is on the last corner now! Alex is taking the lead!
Oh, no.
Oh, my God!
I can't believe we just saw that.
Blue flags, Mikey. That's going to be definitely... well, it's still showing him as crossing the line first. Oh, Alex got it, yeah.
Let's take a replay of that. Can I get a replay of this, I think? There they are in the background there. Man.
Oh,
that was awful.
My God. I don't believe that. People are still finishing, but I wouldn't say any closer than that. It's going to be investigated. No, someone's gone off there. Stefan. No, he's kept on the road just about. Now I'm going to go watch that 100 more times.
And that is why I like no ghosting for back markers. But then again, some drivers don't talk to Luca about that. He might not like that.
Yeah, definitely not. I cannot believe that I'm going to go.
He had a 4-second gap, so I was just wondering if we would be like, did I need to really get past him? Or were they trying to get out of the way? And
oh my God. Oh, it's insane. So they have the 2 back markers that are battling crash into each other. And then he has to check up because of it. And I think it was Kevin that just doesn't check up and just hits him.
And take another replay of that.
Yeah. And
you know what?
Time, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm going to get the angle on this one because that was insane.
Yeah, are you going with Kevin's on board there?
Yeah, it looks like Kevin's gone to brake and accidentally just tapped him on the back if you watch that slowly. It's...
Oh, wow.
He's tried to get out of the way last minute, but just unfortunately missed out.
Oh, my God.
Right there. It looked like, it doesn't look like a lock up there, so I was wondering where he was planning on braking, planning on just maybe going around the outside and letting him through. A lot of ifs and maybes. That'll be one for the stewarding team, obviously. Drivers will be sent down there to race control to explain what happened.
Yeah, I just watched it again on board with Luca. He just completely comes off the accelerator, and then Kevin, I think, behind doesn't, and just he was confused because he wasn't sure what the car. I think Luke was confused. He wasn't sure what the car in front of him was going to do after the incident.
Yeah, right. He's probably lifting just to be not a part of that party because he knows race one. But that's what happens.
Wow!
It was too many cars around, and you have to be a bit of a mind reader. So Alex will get this one then. Spaniard, provisionally, of course.
Well, yeah, so he's got it. There's no way you can't penalize Alex for it. So. Just surely. Oh wow! Where did Luca finish in the end? Did he finish? Why does it say he's on mine? Where is it saying he finished on yours?
On Oh, that's a question, isn't it?
P11, yeah.
Yeah, P11
Did he?
on screen right now.
Did
I
he
wonder
not
if he
get?
he lost that much time towards the end, but they weren't that far bunched up. That's interesting. I mean, they had a gap, remember, as well. We know he lost it out to Mark and perhaps Johan and that dying stages, but I don't think he really would have got ahead of the likes of Joe and Bass and stuff.
Yeah, that's curious. I mean, again, my telemetry is stating two different things here. I've got my non-on-screen telemetry right now, which is saying he was in second place. But then on-screen, which means the session has recorded it as if he's in 11th place, which is really weird. So that's going to have to be one that we check out in the post-session report.
Yeah, because I'm watching him cross the line. I'd say that's P2. He's only actually lost out to Alex.
Interesting.
No, yeah, he's on my screen after watching him rejoin. He's only actually lost out to Alex, so because Mark hasn't crossed the line yet. When he has,
Okay,
Lucas
because I thought
be...
Mark did get him but that was super close anyway. But you can't take it away. Hopefully, he did finish obviously P2. Damage limitation, obviously, a big shout out there for Mark at that 20 positions gained up to third.
Yeah, fantastic for him. Yeah, my timing tower is saying Luca was second, 2 seconds back. So that's interesting that the results say otherwise.
Hi guys, I can sort of explain what's just happened.
For everybody on stream, this was our head of race control this session. So please,
Massey?
yes, exactly, Michael George Massey. So please welcome George, and I'm sure you'll have some explanations for us.
Okay, so basically, as I'm pretty sure you guys have explained, Luca came up on the lapped cars. Two of them had a collision. Kevin Ness didn't necessarily see that, and then he didn't slow down for that, and everyone else had slowed down. Just sort of brought them all together. But what happened with Luca is that was enough penalty points because of some off tracks he'd got earlier in the race to give him a black flag, which is a drive-through. And then, as he wasn't able to serve a drive-through, that adds 45 seconds on to his time limit. What the plan in race control was, because he's not even battling those cars, our plan was to remove the black flag, but it was the last lap, so we didn't have enough time to remove the black flag, which is the big problem. So we're going to have a look at what we can do, because obviously he shouldn't have finished 11th. He did still cross the line in second. So we have that to look at. So we're going to have a look at what we can do, because he didn't even have a chance to go into the pit lane and reduce how much of that penalty is applied post-race, because he was already past the pit lane entry. So that's all I've really got for you guys, but I thought I'd let you know, and then our viewers can know as well.
So the penalty, some sort of penalty would still apply, I'd imagine, right? So I don't think that P2 can stick. That'd be right, because if he still had time penalties to serve.
So he didn't have any time penalties until that collision. That collision puts him over a limit. Yeah. And that limit then is a drive-through by default. And if you can't serve a drive-through, I think it's 45 seconds gets added onto your race time. So in the past, we've really not been keen on taking those penalties off if something's happened on the last lap. But in this situation, he quite literally didn't have a chance to even go into the pit. Because I think if you go into the pit lane, it only adds 20 seconds on if you can't drive through the whole pit lane. But obviously he wasn't even battling those cars, so that completely shouldn't have happened. So we need to sort of have a discussion between the stewards about what can be done. So I'll let you guys get on with your interviews, which I think you're going to do. And it was great to listen along to the commentary as well. So thanks for that.
Thank you, Michael. I mean, George. Sort that one out.
Yeah.
I'm just getting hold of some.
So Wes, yes, this is the kind of typical Spielberg Red Bull Arena racing.
Well, yeah. And you have to say, actually, the last couple of F1 races have been quite exciting here too. So yeah, this track, as simple as it is, yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? It works. Why mess with something that works? Don't need all these fancy layouts and tough tracks and tight chicanes. No, you just need a random circuit in Austria in the, what is it? It's in the valleys, isn't it? The circuit. So just in the hillside. And it's, lovely action it brings us. Just simple corners, slipstream, up the insides, few incidents. It's good circuit, I think. That was good racing, lots of action throughout the field. I enjoyed that.
If you want to enjoy something, enjoy listening to this man that's joined us, who finished currently, obviously, provisionally in P2, up, 20 places there, Mr. Mark.
Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, was a good race. I didn't qualify, so I thought I have a good race from the back and do some overtaking, and yeah, it went well.
Yeah, a lot of overtaking. And when did you make your pit stop? What
At the safety car immediately.
Okay.
So a
Right
lot
at
of
the beginning, yeah.
yeah, everybody did. I wanted to go on yellows, but if the safety car came in the first lap, I would have the same situation as the last race, and I wanted to avoid that. So yeah, I changed immediately. So yeah.
Interesting. Well, yeah, you went fairly unnoticed for the majority of the race until Biggles pointed out here that, holy crap, there's some dude that's gone up by 20 positions, and we're like, oh, yeah, very, very good race by you then. It looked fairly clean, most of it, for yourself.
Yeah, I had a good start, but somebody didn't get off the line. So the guy in front of me, he had to switch positions, and I had to brake really hard. So I lost the position there, but after that, yeah, I gained every lap a couple of positions. So yeah, it was a fun race.
Amazing.
You were keeping you were keeping with Alex, which we'll hear from in a second. He's also waiting in the interview. You were keeping up with Alex for some time there, and then it just started falling back a little bit. Is there anything you thought you could have done there? Actually, sorry, that wasn't you. My apologies. I'm getting all mixed up. That was the other driver. That was Luca. Sorry.
Yeah,
you
I
were
think
hanging
we
back.
had the same pace. I think we had the same pace for the race, but I just wanted to bring it home. Don't take too much incident points and build up the energy for the last lap so I can take fastest lap. And I think I did.
Amazing. So next week we're at Barcelona, Catalunya. How do you feel about that one?
I never driven there with any car, I think. So a new track for me, but I will do the same tactics. Start from the back, have a fun race. I missed the first two races, so that's a shame for me. So I won't get into the championship points and just have fun races from the back and have some duels.
Sounds amazing. Yeah, well, we look forward to see you there, dude.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All good, all good. And we also have Alex here, who did finish P1 after the absolutely ridiculous final corner. How was that race for you, Alex?
Well, the race, it was okay. I was just managing the gaps behind Luca because he's so fast. And I feel it's a bit sweet sensation to win, knowing that Luca deserved that win. And he didn't do anything wrong. He just lifted to let the back markers fight, and then he got hit from behind. So it's a shame, but well, it's racing, as Michael Massey would say.
You were coming up to that traffic as well because you weren't too far. You're down the road, 3-4 seconds down the road from him. Is that? You thought maybe that traffic came a little bit early. That might have given you an opportunity to try to catch up there and break the DRS and perhaps.
Yeah, maybe, but also Luca was fighting for the fastest lap, and he was so fast. So I wouldn't have been there. And I also saw that in turn 3 of the last lap, I also saw some smoke or something like that, and I was like, okay, just let them fight and finish the race P2, and that's gonna be it.
Excellent. And it's also your home track coming up soon. So are you familiar with the Circuit de Barcelona?
Yes, I don't like it a lot. I don't know. I'm not fast there. And also in Spa, I wasn't fast, but managed to finish P2. I think Luca and I have had a great fight at the end. But yeah, let's see how it goes.
Amazing. Well, congratulations on the P1, as bittersweet as it is. And we do very much look forward to seeing you at Barcelona next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got to say it. Smooth operator. Come on.
Smooth operator.
Good work, guys. Good work.
Well, I think that's concluding our stream for the day. I'd like to have a massive thank you to Wes and massive thank you to Biggles for joining me commentating. It's been a while since I've commentated. It's been quite a fun one.
You do a fantastic job, mate, and obviously doing all the other work as well too, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, you're doing all the camera work and having some computer issues on top of that.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, again, massive apologies for the computer crashing as soon as I let the stream on earlier today, but it seemed to fix itself by the end. But yeah, massive thank you to everybody who came and watched today. Massive thank you to all of our racers. And we are Anti-Soul Racing. Next week we're in Barcelona with the same cars. So come and join us then, and we'll see you next time.